Hi, and a very warm welcome to the Wellbeing channel. I'm Greg Parry. I'm a wellbeing specialist. And really what that means is I'm helping people to discover how to boost their well-being, to develop a greater sense of happiness, peace, all the good things we normally associate with well-being. And we approach it from a physical, mental, emotional, even from a spiritual perspective. And these little videos are just designed to add small, simple suggestions that perhaps you can employ during the course of a normal day and help to improve the quality of life. And one of the areas that I tend to work on quite a lot with people is this instinctive response to the people around us where we judge. We're doing it all the time. Good, bad, ugly, attractive, too tall, too short, too fat. We're doing it all the time. It's like this constant measurement tool in our heads that we use to evaluate everyone. And most of it's scarily inaccurate because what we're really doing is we are projecting our view, our values onto the people around us. And this really gets in the way of a more rational, measured approach to understanding other people. In fact, I would argue that this is one of the great barriers that prevents us from really understanding or appreciating other people. At a deeper level, I'm always talking about the ancient traditions, but there's an awful lot we can learn from the cultures, the history, from the experiences of our ancestors, sometimes going back thousands of years, because, we haven't really changed that much over the last 50, 60,000 years. And one of the things that is constantly being repeated in all the different cultural traditions is that if we can break the habit of judging, it's usually a negative judgment, but if we can break that habit, it leads to a sense of peace, a sense of inner calm, when we detach ourselves from this constant flow of judging, criticizing, placing different values on people. We arrive at a place within our perception that is much more conducive to inner peace, inner harmony. In fact, if you want to go anywhere with this habit, it can be extraordinarily beneficial to cultivate a more positive approach to people, to look for the good in people rather than the bad. But if you can arrive at a neutral position, I think that's even more effective because you don't have to judge. You open up your perception. You might discover things that will surprise you because without that internal filter imposing all kinds of values and judgments on other people, you might discover that you've got a lot more in common than you could ever have imagined. But also it helps you to be more comfortable around other people. And that helps you to be more comfortable with yourself. And ultimately, that's what we're trying to achieve. This deeper sense of self-acceptance where you're not constantly judging yourself. Break the habit of constantly judging everyone else. It'll make a dramatic difference to the quality of life. What do you think? It's a good idea? If you can perhaps follow this simple suggestion, put it into practice for an hour, you might notice some surprising differences in all kinds of different ways, particularly in the way that you interact with other people, but also about how you think and feel, how you're perceiving the world. So try it and let me know how you get on. And if you've got any comments, questions, or suggestions, you know how to get in touch with me. My email is in the description below. And in the meantime, thanks very much for joining me and have a wonderful day.